Should I move to Dubai? This is one of the most common questions people ask. Please stay tuned and find out more. Hey everyone, welcome back to Life As Designed podcast. I'm Vera, and today we are tackling a big question I get asked all the time. Should I move to Dubai? Whether you're a professional, founder, freelancer, or digital nomad, this episode will give you a real down-to-earth look at life here, plus tips on how to get started if you are thinking of making the move. And what better day to drop this episode than on the UAE's National Day, which is today, the 2nd of December. Over 11 million people call this country home, whether temporarily or long-term. So, to all nationals and residents, a happy National Day to you. Before we dive right in, please grab a cup of coffee or tea or whatever drink you enjoy, and let's start with a little history. The UAE is a young country founded in 1971 when 6 emirates, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Queen, and Fujairah formed a federation. Ras Al Khaimah joined shortly after that, making it 7 emirates. In the United Arab Emirates, there are 7 emirates, of which Dubai is one of it. Now, let's talk about what makes Dubai truly unique, the dynamics between expats and locals. So the Emiratis make up about 10% of the population, while the rest are expats from all over the world. Expats bring diversity and are very much essential to industries like tech, finance, real estate, healthcare, construction, etc. So when you hear people talk about expats and locals, that is the difference. That's the dynamic. So you have people from all over the world coming here to work and make a living. And of course, the 10% of the population are the locals and nationals of the country. Should you move to Dubai? The pros and cons. So let's get to the heart of it. The pros and cons of moving to Dubai. Let's start with the pros. So the Dubai UAE we know is tax-free income. One of the Dubai key draws is that personal income remains tax-free, meaning you keep more of what you earn. However, businesses are now subject to corporate tax, which was introduced on June 2023 last year. So corporate tax rate is 9% on profit above 375,000 dirhams. And of course, that is like an equivalent of 83,000 British pounds and 102,000 US dollars. So profit above 375,000 dirhams are taxed by 9%. And of course, if you're making as a business below that amount, you remain tax exempt. Next is business friendly and efficient. The UAE ease of doing business is unmatched. Dubai offers these two options to either be free zone based company or a mainland based company. So if you are a business, you're an entrepreneur, you're a founder, and you're considering opening a business here or relocating or, opening a new branch of your company in the UAE and in Dubai, you have that option to be free zone, which is absolutely tax free. Of course, there are different free zones based on your industry or the type of business you want to set up. So that helps you to easily navigate the system, so you can find the free zone that is very tailored to what your business services are or the business activities you will be providing. With that, you're able to get the ground running very quickly. And yes, that is just a good option and is very attractive for companies that are considering to relocate here. High quality of life and accessibility. So this is the next point on the pros. If you're considering moving to Dubai and the UAE and your goal is to have access to world-class infrastructure, luxury and all that, then Dubai could be a good option for you, because here you are able to access different types of infrastructure, from healthcare to technology and all that. And of course, if you're a business, you have a direct access to Europe, Asia, Africa. So you are able to trade efficiently and of course smoothly with the rest of the world. Dubai is like a melting center where you can access different parts of the world. So if that is what you want or what you're looking for, then this is a good way to assess that. Next is networking and exposure. As previously mentioned, it's a global melting pot. That's what Dubai is, where you can meet professionals from every industry very easily. You can connect easily at events. There are so many events happening across the city every other month, so you're able to build these network, build these connections, and of course see what other people are doing, how you can engage and connect the right way. If you're a career person or you're a business person, then moving to Dubai could be a good option for you. Next is personal growth. As an individual, you want to get out of your comfort zone every now and again, or as much as possible. Considering moving to Dubai or you relocating to Dubai could give you that opportunity to do something outside the box. You're able to push yourself beyond what you normally do. And of course, Dubai is a fast-paced city, I would say. Things move and evolve quite rapidly. If you're here, you obviously have to align with that change. So if you are looking for something like that, then considering moving here might be for you. Cons. What are the cons of living in the UAE or in Dubai? So cost of living in Dubai specifically can be high. In terms of rent can be expensive in the city. It depends on your lifestyle, your job, and of course what you're looking for. You have to budget, and of course again it also depends if you're a single person or your family. If you're a single person, you would obviously think for yourself only, but if you're a family person, you have to budget education for your kids, which is not free. Education is paid for, so that means you would have to get a higher paying job to be able to cover the cost of that. Budgeting all of that is very key. Next on the list is building relationships. Okay, so this is like a hot topic amongst expats, dating and forming deeper connections. I mean, people from all over the world live here in the UAE and in Dubai. People come and go quite easily. So this varies. Building relationships and deeper connections can be tricky if you are in Dubai. I mean, this is like a global pandemic at this point. Dating is like a global pandemic at this point, right? Like whichever country you name it, is like young people are struggling or something. But anyway, if you want to settle down like as soon as possible, I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm not a relationship expert. Please, if you're one and you're in Dubai, please reach out to me. Let's have this conversation, okay? So yes, it is a hot topic, building relationships in the country, right? In the city of Dubai, because people move in and out quite easily. It varies. Definitely varies from person to person. Some people already they're already in a relationship when they come here. And some people actually meet people as well. They get into relationships quite easily and they get married here in Dubai. I've attended so many weddings since I've been living in the UAE. It all depends, I will say. But however, there is still a bit of challenge because of how quickly people move in and out. The last point on this list would be the transience of life as an expat. So you're living here. Some experts live after a few years, whilst they probably worked for a couple of years or 4 or 5 years, while others stay for decades. So this is directly linked to the fact that your life here, living and working, is tied to your employment. So if you're employed, you get a visa and residency with that employer. If you're a freelancer, you're covering the cost of your own freelance license plus your visa. You're a business owner, the same thing applies. You're paying for a license, and of course you're able to get a visa and residency from there. So that is how it technically works. Residency isn't permanent. You're not going to get the access to live here for a limited number of years. No, the years are limited and you get to renew them once it expires or before it expires. So technically that is how it is. So your life here at the moment, living here, is tied to your work life, if that makes sense, right? So I think that is all I would say for the pros and the cons at the moment. If you have more questions or you want me to touch more on that, just leave me a comment, follow us on Instagram, and I will connect and I will see maybe I can do another version or another part for this. So I'm just going to wrap it up with community. So this is very important. If you are going to eventually decide to move here, community is very key. You have to try as much as you can to go out there and connect with people that are interested in things you're interested in, or let's say, for example, if you're a Christian, you can connect with Christian communities. Dubai has a vibrant Christian community, so that is also there. And of course, if you have like social interest in things, you can find people that do things as similar as you. There are so many websites and groups, and it's just endless. There are so many ways you can connect. So don't let community be a disadvantage, because it's quite easy to get lonely. It's easy to get lonely in a big city, not know who to talk to or who to connect with. So try as much as possible, if you eventually decide to relocate, find a way to build the right community of people that will help you and support you when you need it the most. And of course, you also adding value to that community is very important. I think that is all for today's episode. I don't want it to be longer than this. I'm going to release a part 2 that will touch on other parts of should you move to Dubai part 2. So I'm going to do a different part. I'm going to record a different episode that will talk about something like how much you need to settle in, and it will probably touch on, if you're to migrate, how do you do it? How can you migrate? Again, I'm going to try and get out another episode along the lines of should you move to Dubai part 2. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope this episode answered some of your burning questions about moving to Dubai. Whether you're considering the move or have just arrived, I wanted to provide a holistic view of what to expect. If you would like me to dive deeper into any topic, please leave me a comment and follow the podcast page and the business page on Instagram, Life As Designed. And I'll catch you on the next one. Stay tuned for more. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your friends, family, and everyone that might find it useful. I'll see you in the next one.